I'm Eric.
And I'm Steve.
Magic 2019 promos and spoilers.
Let's talk about it.
Welcome, Planeswalkers, to the CollectorMania YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us for Let's Talk About It, episode number 35. As normal, if you like anything on YouTube, give them a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you are subscribed to us, hit that bell for notifications when we post.
Ding.
And yeah, let's break into it.
Yep. First up, we've got the playmat that was spoiled. That is a Games Day.
Yeah, what was called Games Day should be the weekend of the 23rd or 24th at your store. It's they call it Store Champs now.
Okay.
We have our own Store Champs, but yeah, this is where they used to hand out the full art foils and all that stuff and uncommons. Everybody right now it is just the playmat to first, and then a bunch of foils. I think it's a bunch of gutter snipes, maybe.
Yep.
I'm not sure. So pretty sweet. We're gonna use that as our background all today.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's if you haven't really paid attention to like the lore of the set yet, it's actually supposed to be like set in the past. So they're going back to, I'm guessing, pre-Planeswalker Nicol Bolas, and showing like the events that set up like his ascension, essentially. So,
okay,
you know, maybe like the Dragon's War.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens there. I don't know, but the artwork is cool. I like you know, that Nicol Bolas that doesn't look so sentient, but he is sentient. You know what I mean? Much
more like you see his claws, and he's like a bird of prey or something. Yeah.
Exactly.
Super cool. So let's hit this.
Break into them spoilers. So this is the buy a box promo. So this is the one that's causing a little bit of controversy as far as like, well, what if I don't buy a box and I want this card and it's really good for Commander and blah 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 blah.
And Standard, that's the big deal. I think people are complaining about. And
Standard. Psh.
Is it warranted, Steve?
You know, seven mana instants are kind of rough in Standard. I don't know. I could see a deck playing it. Like, we've got the blue-white or second sun control, which could definitely use something like this to kind of catch up to its card. You know, I mean, you have a ton of ways to do it now, but I could see him playing like two of these. You know?
I was thinking, you know, if you draw one late-ish game when you're trying to stabilize, and then you just get an extra turn to, you know, really capitalize on your opponent.
I mean, it is 7 mana. Essentially just ramp and then you know, draw an extra card and then go to your next turn, so that's not so great. The great part is that you can play it on your opponent's turn, which is amazing, because then you can kind of play the control wheel where you're just like, well, I didn't have anything to respond to, so now I can Nexus of Fate, take that extra turn.
Right. Yeah. I forget, have you seen what this is pre-ordering for yet? Or
I have not looked at it. I'm sure it's a little bit. You know, honestly, I don't think this is going to be that expensive. I know, like I said, there are instances where it could be good, but I don't see this being played in Standard personally, like, at least very much.
Yeah, it'd be like one, like you said, one archetype control, like late game, just get a little bit of advantage, you know.
But of course, as we've talked about a million times over, we're not Standard players, so you know,
we could be dead wrong.
If you have a different opinion, let us know in the comments, because we could be just bumbling fools on this.
We thought Goblin Chain Whirler was like,
well, that was me.
Well, I was with you. The other one's like, I could see this, and it's like, yeah, first strike and deal 1, like.
And we definitely looked at it in the lens of Commander, where it's just like, this card's terrible, but you know, I didn't even think about modern goblins or, you know, Standard shenanigans. And it's just like, well, this card makes a lot of sense actually now, and the ones that we like are kind of really bad for Standard, so it's just like, whatever.
So stay tuned, pre-order your boxes. I think they are doing a pre-release box.
So a pre-release?
Yeah, the way they did it for Dominaria. You know, we've got 60 boxes, assuming they're letting us sell them early. This one will be to the first 60 people, and you can get multiple. So if you want to buy all 60 boxes at your local game store, you can get 60 Nexus of Fate.
And you could become the Nexus of Fate.
And then make everybody really unhappy. So, what's next?
We've got the Gutter Snipe promo. So I love this card.
Yeah.
I also really like this version of this card. The promo art's sick. I can't tell if that's like I guess it's like a hallway. So I'm guessing this reminds me of Ravnica. Just like thinking of like an alley and then like some guys standing in the back. At least that's what I see.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like trees and stuff in the background.
Does it?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I see legs.
Legs? Okay, well.
Yeah, see, there's a boot lifting off the.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So anyway, it reminds me of Ravnica. I know this isn't particularly set on Ravnica, but I don't know. The artwork's cool. I know. I wish this was the actual artwork, and you know, like just like the regular frame version.
Yeah.
And just had this on there. I think that would be cool. Not sold on the little silver logo that's on each and every one of these. That's kind of rough in my opinion. I wish they would have put that maybe like in the text.
Yeah.
because I think it makes more sense there. I think it's a little, I don't know, off-putting.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on this card, but we'll see a couple other ones where it's just like, what? Why is that there?
And this one is the open house promo, which should be the week before the pre-release.
So this is a foil, correct?
I don't think it is.
Okay, so
I'm not sure.
Dang it.
I just took a look at the ones in the envelope and pulled them out, but I don't know. It kind of looks foiled.
It has a kind of sheen to it.
Yeah.
This is obviously just a promotional picture or
Image,
whatever.
yeah.
But I mean, if it's a foil, I'll be looking for one for sure because I use it in my Locust God deck for sure.
Yeah, that's a great one. Cool one, especially if you're just showing up. Bring a friend to your open house, and you each get a gutter snipe.
Yep. So Desecrated Tomb. So I thought this was a reprint, but I guess it's not. Somebody had told me it was. I don't know why, but anyway, interesting card. It's a little bit different. Works well with Scavenging Ooze, of course. If you're exiling your own creatures and getting bats, I don't know. Sometimes that could be okay. Other than that, I don't really see where I would really... Well, I don't think I would use this at all, personally, but...
Yeah, it's a little different. I think... I was thinking of cards like Gerald's Messenger, or Gravecrawler.
Yep.
Like, just ones that just keep coming back. Having a 1-guy, a 1/1 flying bat, it's cool. I like the art.
I think it'll be good and limited.
Yeah.
If you have a way to exile stuff, that's the thing. We haven't seen that yet.
Or recur from graveyard, because that would count as well.
That's true.
But yeah, it's a little, and I didn't think of the other way. You could exile stuff and get those. So interesting. And I think this one is the draft weekend promo. So that'll be the day after release, 14th and 15th of July.
It's kind of funny because in the past this would have been like the box promo.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm really happy it's not that.
Yeah. Here's Captain's Hook again, right?
Oh, great.
Good decision there, I guess.
Yep. Oh god.
We don't need to talk about this.
Go back.
So
this looks Kamigawa-ish to me.
It reminds me of Sarah's Sanctum.
Yes, that too. Well, yeah, I guess I could see that
like
more
floating citadels.
Yeah.
Boom. You're wrong, Steve.
Snuffed me out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I still see Kamigawa.
It does look like that, especially with the big cloud and like the castle-y look. I'm with you.
Like the floating stronghold, essentially.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to want this card. I mean, every Commander player in the entire world is going to be after this thing. I want 6 copies.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this morning. I wonder if I'm sure this isn't the M19 reprint pack art.
No.
And I'm wondering if it's going to be the nice Conflux blue with the crumbled
tower. I think they have said that.
Okay,
it is going to be that.
Yeah, so this one, if you don't know what League is, your store is allowed to run a League night once a week. You sign up once, and at the end of the league, you get this. You just play some casual games with, you buy a couple packs and build a deck. So it's like mini limited, kind of. But you sign up and get one of these. So, yeah, I think League will be pretty popular this go-around.
Yeah,
given this card.
That's such a cool card.
Yeah, beautiful. Great choice. My goodness.
Needed to happen.
Yeah.
So I actually really like this card. I think it's interesting for Standard. I'm obviously not going to play it in Commander because, it's kind of like, whatever. But I like those cards where you have to pay that little bit extra, but it's at least a little bit reasonable. Mm-hmm. Where this is you just sacrifice like a token or a chump dude, and then you get a 6/6 flyer for 4 that has trample. I mean, that's pretty good. Once again, that silver logo, my god.
Yeah.
That is just...
You get a nice, look to the card, and then it's, bam, M25. Don't forget about it.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, well, you broke my immersion. Thanks.
Yeah. I could see that. I do agree.
I'm curious to see what the actual artwork looks like. If it's anything, it's probably nothing like this, to be honest.
Yeah, if this is a Games Day, this is the Store Championship promo that goes with the mat.
Yeah.
Which again should be the 23rd and 24th of June. So yeah, it'll probably be different. I think you think about the Gahalta that had 2 arts, so this guy will probably have a different art, and it may already be spoiled, but we just may not have it. So next into
Rejuvenator.
Yeah, another group of... These are just F&M promos. Rejuvenator. I like the art.
Yeah, I like the frame, too.
I do like the frame. I was just thinking that.
It kind of, harkens back to, older foils in a way. Just the way it looks. It's very dark.
Yeah.
Not sold on the card, personally. It's kind of risky paying 3 mana for possibly a land. It's not, it's not Wood Elves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Farhaven Elf. It's kind of like a weird in-between where... This is the worst version of the 3.
Yeah.
I could see people playing it. I mean, Commander, it might be okay, especially if you can, manipulate the top of your library, put a land there, put it in play, yeah.
And it is a land, so it doesn't have to be a basic or anything, so...
So I guess they had to kind of restrict it somehow.
Yeah, interesting. Militia Bugler. Again, I do like that. It looks like the old border on the inside and it looks like, it is. Planar Chaos had cards that had inverted text, so the white text on like a darker frame, essentially. So
this one's a little hard to read as far as like the actual text in the bottom.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad. I think actually having the card will probably make it a little bit better. But it definitely on the screen is just kind of like, well,
what is going on here? Yeah.
So maybe just lighten that a little bit or darken that a little bit.
Yeah, just give some contrast there.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Murder.
I love that. It looks like marble. Like that's so cool.
Yeah. Great choice there. I mean, when this was last in, I think it was Eldritch Moon. It was a huge part of standard. It's just great. And
it's always been decent removal. I mean, it's for 3 mana instant speed. It's not bad. Obviously, it's not Fatal Push, but at the same time, it's just like when Counterspell comes around to standard. Like sometimes you just need to Counterspell. Like that's all you need.
That's all you need. And Murders, if it's the best you got, it's the best you got, and it's a good supplement to it. So
they should have been like, if you control a vampire, it costs 1 less.
Yeah.
Like New Murder, the Wizard's Lightning and all that stuff.
Yeah. So those 3 will be handed out. I don't think there's an order. Your store can kind of just pick them and hand them out in one big group for a month at FNM. So yeah, swing by for FNMs for those 3. I think these are... What are these for, Steve?
It's the... I know exactly what it is, but I can't think of the name.
I got the webpage open, I think.
Because it's like the standard showdown packs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they changed those. So some new stuff. They start on the 21st of July. Rotating Boosted Lands by Elena Danner.
Not familiar with that artist, but she's doing a good job.
Yeah, these arts look fantastic. Let me get back to it so we can look at more than just the planes.
I love the swamp. The swamp is probably my favorite.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people go gaga over that island, but my god.
A lot of blue, which I would really like, Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
It's just so dark and so swampy.
Dead and swampy, yeah. I like that. And just a little hint of color here and there.
Yep.
I think that one's really sharp.
It's kind of funny that one kind of reminds me of the E3 trailer for the new Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
I know it's not that mountainous in the thing, but it's just like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and some good flashes of color, and that one's pretty sweet too.
I want all of these. I want 50 copies of each and every one of them so I can put them in my cube, but that'll never happen. So
well, I mean, it could happen, but you'd pay an arm and a leg.
Yeah, really.
What do you think about, is this, because they've gone from, and these may be in there, they've changed how tokens were at FNM to now you get these cards in FNM, and now you get these lands and this thing.
This to me is much better.
Yeah,
I would accept this for going here on forth. I mean, I like lands, and I think a lot of people are, I guess, with me, especially promo lands. I don't know. I think people collect them for cubes, commander decks. It kind of adds a little bit of extra value because you are using them instead of these crappy promos or sometimes crappy tokens, because you're not always going to use the tokens where you're always going to need basic lands. And that's where I guess I look at it, because if you're a standard player and you don't play any other formats, you can still carry these lands throughout your
collection. Your building.
It's just I'm playing a white deck. I'm going to put this promo in there because I like this promo, and it's always going to be in my white deck, or so on and so forth. So it's
kind of interesting. You think back to the I forget the name of it, the $20 bundle with Karizev, and it had the shooting star lands. Those were good, and people bought them for that. And then secondarily, there used to be a program in Japan called, I think it was the Magic Participating Store program, and there are certain groups of lands that came out, like Scars of Mirrodin had a cycle, but they have MPS where the little shooting star wizard's logo is, and they used to hand those out to stores that ran Magic in Japan, and it's like you said, everybody always needs lands. We don't need a Merfolk treasure token. We don't need a dinosaur treasure token. This is a good decision, I think.
Yeah.
And like you said, you could say they do this for 10 years, you could amass a whole collection of standard showdown lands and build your decks, or like you said, trade your buddies for theirs. And
I was gonna say, if anybody doesn't want these, just come talk to me. I'll trade them. They're awesome in my opinion. I'm
sure this will boost standard showdown attendance too, because they are sweet.
Yep.
So I think that may be it.
So now we're on to regular spoilers. So Vivian Reed, this is the Planeswalker, one of, I guess, the feature Planeswalker for this block, which is really cool actually. Three colors, 2 green, 5 loyalty, +1. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card or a land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then -3, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying, which is an amazing -3.
Yeah.
-8, you get an emblem with creatures you control get +2/+2 and have vigilance, trample, and indestructible.
Yeah.
This planeswalker is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I instantly saw this and was like, this is like Eric's new favorite planeswalker.
It's definitely pretty good. I like the dig. You know, I like, and especially like you said, -3 is expensive in my opinion. I like plussing my planeswalkers, but for all of those things you can do for a -3, especially deal with something with flying or, you know, an enchantment or something. Obviously, green's somewhat well equipped to deal with all of that, but like, man.
I would have been sold an artifact and enchantment for -2, but when they put the flying on there, like -3 makes sense to me. Like that is not bad at all.
No.
You bring her down to 2 loyalty, but you've, you know, in theory, gotten rid of the threat that was going to take care of her, so now you can +1 next turn, bring her up to 3.
Yeah.
If you need a -3 again, you're just getting rid of another huge threat.
Yeah.
If you think about this, I guess, limited format, this card's probably going to be amazing. They are talking once again like Dragon's War, so we're probably going to have some pretty big flyers, some pretty big threats that way, so I don't know. I think this fits right into it. I would love to pull like 2 of these for Commander. I can think of a bunch of decks that I can just fit this right in. One is my Nissa deck, like mono green Nissa, just perfect.
Yep.
You know, and then of course my Super Friends deck, which is where I would really like it to be as well.
Yeah, just a very solid, you know, obviously you can win the game. You could definitely turn the tide with that -3 twice, you know, plus and then -3 twice. Yeah, I think the emblem's a little greedy, but obviously good. But I think the value is before the -8. You know.
Yeah, well, and doubling season this, and all of a sudden you're just
you're in business.
You're a ridiculous threat for the rest of the game because all of your creatures don't die to board wipes and they're vigilant. And
stop doing that, Wizards. No, keep doing it. Please.
Yeah. In fact, we needed a new doubling season.
We need well, we just got one.
That's true. Well, I mean like a functional reprint.
Oh yeah.
No, we don't.
Tripling season.
I'm kidding. I'm 100% kidding. We do not need another card like that.
You heard it here, Wizards. Whenever a counter enters a thing, do triple that number of counters. We'll mock up art.
Yes.
We'll do all the work for you.
I mean, they kind of did just give us a kind of doubling season. Well, not doubling season, but they just gave us Pure, which just puts a counter of any type on a permanent that gets a counter. So, I mean, in a way, they're doing it just very controlled, which is nice.
Yeah. Next we have Gigantosaurus.
This card's so cool.
So is that, my eyes deceive me, 5 for a 10/10.
Yeah.
Just vanilla, but that's not very vanilla.
No.
That's like double Dutch vanilla.
Yeah. So this goes right into my mono green 1v1 commander deck. Like,
it's French vanilla, isn't it?
Yeah, it's French vanilla.
Oh, double Dutch is the skip roping.
We can start a new thing. I mean,
we could,
right? I don't know. This card's sweet. I love that this dinosaur is chomping on a freaking dragon. Like, I mean, my gosh.
Yeah, super cool.
How much more brutal can you get?
Yeah. So interesting include Gahalta.
Yep. There you go. That'll get them out right away. I mean, really.
Yeah.
So patient rebuilding. So 3 colors, 2 blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard, then draws a card for each land card. Wait, what? Then you draw a card for each land card put in the graveyard that way. Sorry, I was like, wait, they draw a card? This card's terrible. But, I mean, it's still not great. It's whatever.
Yeah, interesting. I like the art. It's like the
Amonkhet
Days.
It reminds me of, like, the Portal thing that they were trying to do. Like, maybe this is, like, Nicol Bolas transporting, like, all of his little minions from Amonkhet to, I guess, wherever this plane is.
Yeah.
Or, once again, it could be just like a past reflection kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it looks like it. You can see the horns and the actual, like, Luxas underneath.
Yeah.
And they're either being rebuilt or whatever, you know.
It's too bad that set wasn't, like, it wasn't popular in a lot of ways because the artwork was so cool. The theme was so cool. Mm-hmm. It just had a few stumblings, you know. It's just like, well, whatever.
I think following Kaladesh, it was a little at a disadvantage, unfortunately.
Because Kaladesh, like, it checked all the charts.
Yep.
So anyway, Mill, yeah.
We have Vivian's Invocation, so 5 and 2 green sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When a creature is put into the battlefield in this way, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. So, kind of a 7-card dig. Whatever comes in, you fight. Not bad. Kind of pricey.
I wish I would have said deal damage to player. I think that would make this card better.
Like a green burn with a creature flip.
And it's expensive enough to kind of be out of its color pie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, That's all I was going to say, really.
And this is a one-sided fight, which makes it better. So I think there's only a few. I was doing some research, and yeah, that's not bad. It's better than getting your thing killed, you know.
Well, you can use this with the new giant worm from Battle Bond.
Yeah, or the 10/10. Flip into a Gigantosaurus and deal 10 to something.
But once again, it's at 7 mana, which
yeah.
I don't know. Core sets have a, I guess, tendency to do that, like overcost spells like this. Like, I don't know. What would you pay for this?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not 7. Obviously, that's a very strong. I'd take it at 5 and make it a single-sided or a double-sided fight.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, because there is obviously like the threat of hitting something ridiculous. Yeah. It's just like top 7 cards. Oh, here's Emrakul. You know, like oh god. But
and of course they're not. I don't think they'd make it an instant. That'd be nuts.
No,
like,
that would be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little.
They would if it was the buy box promo.
Oh yeah. Get them now, $20 cards.
So now we're on to the Planeswalker decks.
Yes. So we have Tezzeret, Cruel Machinists. 4 and 2 blue. Tezzeret Planeswalker for. His loyalty's a little scrapped out on this.
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet.
So I'm gonna guess he's got 4 loyalty.
It is a Planeswalker deck, so yeah, 4 would be probably the right number.
+1 draw card, not bad. +0 until your next turn, target artifact you control becomes a 5/5 creature in addition to its other types. And then for -7, put any number of cards from your hand onto the battlefield face down. There are 5/5 artifact creatures for -7.
So the 0 ability is the most well, obviously drawing cards is always amazing, but the 0 ability is the most interesting thing on this. The -7 could be cool. You know, we're not working with anything too crazy here. I like the other one a little bit better, the black-blue one that came out in the
schemer from Aether Revolt.
Like I like that card legit. This card, not so much. It's whatever it is.
It's interesting. I saw on the internet people were discussing like, what if you like put down morph cards or like, you know,
or like a Brago bounce. I know a lot of people have talked about that, where you put in a bunch of creatures and then you just bounce them with Brago, and then all of a sudden you have like a Sun Titan and like all this other stuff. Yeah. I think it's interesting that the artwork is from Shards of Alara. Like that's cool.
I think you're right.
You know, the background has like that cloud
Grixis look
island.
And then the worldly console type look.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. And he's back to blue, which is somewhat interesting, you know.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a story element there that we are. This could be a past card once again. Yeah. I'm guessing that might be part. Well, no, because he's definitely looks evil in this one. Never mind. That doesn't make any sense.
But he's not black. He's like blue.
That's true.
He's a good guy. Well, he does say cruel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell us what you think. I think he's probably still evil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, well, I don't know. Every time I see that like bluish or purplish light, like electricity running through him, it's just kind of like
evil.
Pure evil. Yes.
And one other thing I noted, they have product images which we should have grabbed. They've got a Johnny.
The Planeswalkers.
Yeah, so they're back to their monocolored looks. You know, a Johnny, Tezzeret, Liliana, red. Who is
Sarkhan?
Red? Yeah, Sarkhan this time, and then of course this girl Vivian. Yeah.
So, is it Vivian?
Yeah, Vivian should be Vivian.
Okay.
Interesting.
Liliana the Necromancer. I wish they would have saved this name for a better Liliana card, personally. Because, I mean, this one's whatever. It's, once again, a Planeswalker deck card. There are a few things here that I would have adjusted to make it decent, but once again, we're trying to keep this pretty dull. So, +1, I would put each player loses 2 life. That would have been amazing. -1, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Whatever. -7, destroy up to 2 target creatures. Put up to 2 creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. It's not a bad ultimate, actually. No. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
And she doesn't cost 6, which is good.
Yeah, like she probably has like 4
loyalty, right?
Again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once again, I wish they would have saved the name for
something cool.
Because it sounds like so like Liliana the Necromancer.
Right.
You know, it's just like she is the Necromancer, and now we've got this card.
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah.
And then Liliana the Necromancer, like you said. This is what she is. She's a Necromancer. And she's like, I lose people life and regen stuff. And
my -7 is the only way I'm actually a Necromancer.
Yeah. It's...
Maybe she starts out with 7.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'd be ridiculous.
Or like 6 or something.
I mean, I'd play a 5 mana -7
Destroy 2, return 2.
Yeah, like that would be really. It would never happen, but doubling season.
You could wish tripling season, Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Make some shirts or something.
Yes.
Now we're into the. If we look, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, this. If you look there on the screen, this is card 302 of 280. So this means these come in the 2019 welcome decks.
I like that they're making cards that we give a damn about.
Yeah.
You know, like people can actually like open this up in their welcome deck and be like, oh, I can play this somewhere. You know, because this card's legit good.
Oh yeah, big
like,
time.
3 colors, 3 green. It feels like old fashioned, almost like what you were saying, like super French vanilla.
Yeah.
This is your butterscotch vanilla French, whatever you were saying earlier.
Yeah. Double Dutch.
Yeah, double Dutch
vanilla. But yeah, and like you said, you think of the last green promo that came in those, and it was Terra Stomper, and I think people were looking for him in standard, but this guy's pretty rad. Like 8/8 Trampler for 5 and gives your team trample. That's really good, and it's new. It hasn't been printed, so people will be like, "Hey, can I get a sample deck for this for my commander deck or whatever?"
So they won't just go unused behind the counter somewhere.
So
I love that this is Tarkir, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I love that I love those little like lead-ins on artwork, because this is like the style that they were using at that time too, especially for like a lot of these types of creatures. So it just like bleeds right into it.
I was thinking it's Ice Age.
Wow.
It looks like Ice Age to me.
Yeah, I can see that too. Actually, now that you bring it up,
it's beautiful either way.
I'm guessing Tarkir just because Sarkhan's in this set.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So that's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, that's probably true. Next we've got Sarah's Guardian.
Oh.
So another very good card in the sample deck. You can see card 284 out of 280. 4, 2 white, 5/5. Angel Flying Vigilance. Creatures you control have Vigilance.
So I mean, once again, this is a commander playable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not the best, especially at 6. Like, there's so many other things you could be doing. But like, if you're, for example, building like a budget Angels list or something like that, or just a budget Flyers list, this isn't a bad addition. Like, Vigilance is underrated in a lot of ways, in my opinion, because it gives you that advantage of being able to attack and block at the same time, which once again is underrated. Not a lot of people pay attention to it. And it's just like, well, now I've got the upper hand because of this. Whoa.
Yeah, great include. Another one people may just want the deck for.
No, I love this one just because I love spirits. I know it's not the best, but I'll pay 7 to return a creature, especially in like a spirit tribal deck.
And I have an affinity for birds.
Hey,
that's
what's
a lie.
that? Oh, yeah.
Spirit bird. That might be the first time we've seen that.
No, there's a few.
There are?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
We have Grave Waker.
I like the artwork a lot.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that there were like hands, like and people coming. Oh my god, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
So 4, 2 black, 5/5 bird spirit flying for 5 and 2 black. Return target card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Creature card from graveyard to battlefield tapped.
I was gonna say, if it says target card permanent,
Planeswalker, yeah,
like that would be really good. This card's actually legit. Anyway, once again, I would play this in like a budget spirit deck. I think it's cool. Once again, I love spirits, so this is like right up my alley.
Yeah. Ugh. Art, fantastic.
And then we get to one of the disappointing ones, which is the Sphinx. It's not very good.
Yeah.
I know that relevancy and like actual magic, it's actually pretty good compared to the other ones, because it instantly does something, which is kind of cool. It bounces a threat back to their hand, so they have to play it again next turn. Artwork's pretty cool. Wish it would have done something else, like, I don't know, maybe bounce creature and draw a card.
Yeah, or scry or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm jaded with my Sphinxes, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, and then this one's not as good.
Yep, and then we get to the worst and most disappointing one of the entire thing.
Oh.
Why does Red always get the shaft?
I think Giant Spider is the only more reprint non-basic land card in Magic. And for the welcome deck, they roll out the second most printed card in Magic.
They couldn't have given us something else? Like, even like...
Anything. Not a Shivan Dragon again. This has been in promos for the last decade. Like,
so the red deck's going to go
untouched
forever. Unless this is just like, maybe they're doing 2 rares this time or something like that.
Yeah. Or maybe Shivan Dragon now sits atop a mighty throne in Magic 2019. And fire breathing is like... There's a card that says when you fire breathe, you get triple fire breathing.
Oh, okay.
It's like
triple breathe?
Triple breathe.
Triple breathe?
Doubling breathing. I don't know.
Quadruple breath. We'll just make it super maximum.
It's really disappointing.
Yeah, come on, Wizards. Like, you could have spent 2 seconds redesigning something
else.
Like, the designs on the last 4 were not groundbreaking. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, they could have done, like, this dragon gives all of your creatures +1/+0 when it attacks, instead of, like, just giving itself +1/+0. You know, something like that. It's easy.
These are all 6-drops, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they just, it's a 6. Throw it in. Yeah. Either way, unhappy, dislike.
Yep.
Massive.
That's it. Game's dying. We're moving.
Yeah. Everybody pick up another game of your choice.
Be some of the alarmists.
Yeah. So,
that is the end.
Yeah.
So that was a little taste of Magic Core Set 2019. We're going to get into quite a few more spoilers this weekend. They said that they're going to drop another huge batch of them.
I think it's like Origins Con or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on exactly. But anyway, we'll see some more. Maybe we'll do, you know, another Let's Talk About It on, you know, next Thursday.
Yeah.
And kind of cover those guys. We will be getting natural spoilers, not this next week, but the week after that. That's when we'll start seeing, like, what's going on and everything.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry, the phone's ringing in the background, but can't help. Can't be helped.
That's right.
But anyway, I think we've talked about it, and yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. One thing I always forget to mention at the beginning, if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to hear us talk about, let us know in the comments below, and yeah.
Yeah, our writers are on strike.
Yeah.
We fired all of them. Too bad they're both of us, so we fired ourselves.
Why did we do that?
I don't know. I feel bad about it now. We should really call ourselves back and say, hey, we feel bad. No, I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
Anyway.
Yep. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Take it easy.